How to skim coat an external wall. Difficulty level 2 hammers. Skim coating a wall allows you to refurbish and restore a 3 to 5 mm flat surface on walls, ready for painting a final top coat or adding your choice of high-build plastic coating. Once the skim coat render is dry and you've waited a few days, you can paint it or add an RPE, a decorative high-build plastic coating. You will need patching mortar, skim coat render, and possibly a fiberglass trellis. You will need an angle grinder with an all-surface disc, a mallet, a mason's stone chisel, a high-pressure washer, a bucket, a drill with a mixer attachment, a smoothing float, a mason's ruler, a float, and if you plan to work high up, some scaffolding. Make sure you wear safety goggles and protective gloves. Well-prepared walls. Chisel away loose traces of old plaster or brick pointing, as well as any old bricks. Open up any cracks with the angle grinder disc. Any cracks or fine holes will be filled by the skim coat render. Skim coat render is not suitable for deeper cracks and holes. You should repair these with a patching mortar. Use the pressure washer to remove bits of brick or old render. Use paste or powder-based skim coat. If you're using a ready mixed paste, it is suitable for rendering thin layers of 3 mm at a time, applying 2 layers at most. The powder-based product allows a thicker covering up to 25 mm, with individual layers of 8 mm each. This is a solution specially designed for thicker skim coats. You can reinforce the skim coat render by attaching a trellis to refurbish front walls. The fiberglass trellis is laid on the walls, each width overlapping by 15 cm, and it is immersed and smoothed over within the coat of skim coat render. This technique is recommended to strengthen joints or refurbish masonry. Wet the wall the night before doing the work. Do not render the wall if the weather is threatening to be very hot or when there is a strong, dry wind, which could cause everything to dry out too quickly. Mixing the render. Pour the powder carefully onto the water, following the instructions on the product packaging. Mix using a slow speed until you have a paste without lump. It will take about 3 to 5 minutes to obtain a uniform mix. Using a powder-based skim coat render allows you to experiment with the consistency of the mixture by very gently varying the amount of water. Make up a thicker mixture if you want a thick coat. Application. Follow the manufacturer's instructions and wait for around 5 minutes, and then begin applying the render. Load your smoothing float with the trowel and smooth over the wall. Let the trowel glide along the wall to obtain a smooth coat. Press firmly down on the render. Check your work is level using the mason's ruler. On a wall that is nicely flat, the average thickness of each application should be around 6 to 8 mm. If you need quite a thick coat, wait the recommended time before applying the next coat. The mix will remain usable on average for around 40 minutes. Don't mix up too much render to make the most of the time available. The type of surface. If you intend to add the finishing top coat of paint or RPE, that is high-build plastic coating, you should finish the surface using a smoothing float. If you prefer a decorative finish, your skim coat should have a textured appearance. Once refurbished with render, your walls should have a smooth surface ready to add the final finishing coat of your choice. Preparation is essential to obtain a high-quality finish.